Hey guys, it's your girl Zira. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time stopping by, please join the family and do not forget to hit the subscribe button and join the family. As for my OGs, my 200 plus subscribers that have been here like waiting on me to make sure that I come back with some content, I want to say thank you guys so much for hanging in there and for not unsubscribing. Being that I haven't posted for some time now. Yes, I know I have been MIA for some time, and honestly, it breaks my heart that I've been gone for this long, but I'm super happy to be back. In this video, I will be giving you guys a live update of where I've been, what's been going on, and all of that. Like, I'm just gonna be touching on basic, like major things that was kind of like a setback for me. I will be mentioning them in this video, and in subsequent videos, I'll be doing like a get ready with me where I'll be touching like in details all this information. But for now, let me tell you guys. The sweet part of this live update will be on the 10th of July 2020. I and my husband got our first beautiful daughter, Aria, and it was just such an amazing experience. The whole being pregnant, and the whole experience and giving birth after like 36 hours. The whole birth story, the whole birth gist of how I went down in the hospital. I cannot wait to give you guys that gist, but that's gonna be gist for later. Like when we got our daughter, Aria, we're hoping that, my mom was gonna come, but apparently her passport got expired, so she had to like apply for a new one. And then it was taking forever. So I told my husband, you know what? Let's do for your own mom, like your parents. After all, like my parents, their passport is expired, right? So why not? And that moment we had money for one of our parents' application, which was my mom's that wanted to do first, because she wanted to come in for Mugo. If you're from Nigeria, you know what that means. And as for those that are not from Nigeria, Mugo means like it's a visit when your mom comes to like take care of you and just like pamper you, take care of the baby, bathe you, cook for you, teach you how to like bathe the baby, teach you things you're supposed to know as a mother, like literally, and then pamper you alongside. That's kind of a thing. And if you think I'm not explaining it right, please drop your own comments in the comment section below and explain to me what Omugo means to you. As for me, it means like aftercare for a woman that just gave birth. But mostly like mothers used to be the ones that would come for their daughters, take care of the child, take care of the daughter to make sure that she's okay, feel that love and heal faster, and they're usually there for like 3 months or so. But yeah, fast forwarded, so we applied for my mother-in-law to come. And during that period, my husband was going to school and he was working in like a 3-hour journey, far away from home kind of job. So he was driving back and forth 6 hours. It was a whole lot going on that period. So I had to be the one to like, be there, step in there to do things, most of the time. And with his support for sure, like whenever he's around, he's super helpful with the kids. So yeah, that happened. In between all of that, guys, guess what? I found out. This was me because I know Kim Momsi was around. I'm gonna be going to Nigeria soon. I was working out, I wanted to, look good, so that when I get back home, I'll be able to sew those Ankara wears. I had a lot of vision, but apparently I was doing my own thing and my body was doing its own thing. What do I mean? There was a day my daughter was laying on my stomach, and then she was like almost 11 months, I guess, when she sat down on my tummy and I felt this sharp pain, and boom, I was like, what's going on here? Like around my lower belly area. Like it was so hurtful, it was so painful. So I told my husband, like, I don't feel right? So then the next day I didn't eat for such a long time and I started feeling dizzy and then I threw up. I'm like, this doesn't feel right. I kind of feel pregnant, but how? Because at this point I hadn't seen my period or anything because I was exclusively breastfeeding. So how did it happen? Well, one of those things. So I got to find out that as a woman, you could actually ovulate without seeing your period. Crazy. Crazy. It blew my mind. So, like, I did the test strip, the pregnancy test strip, first time. It said nothing. I did it the second time. It said something is in there. I was like, what? I did it the third time. He said something was in there. I could not believe. I ran to the clinic. I ran to the hospital. I'm like, hello, doctor. If you can check me now, like you have to check me to see, to know what's happening. Like, I have a baby that I'm exclusively breastfeeding. And I haven't even seen my period. So how are you guys telling me that I'm pregnant? How? Only for them to ask me, when last did you see your period? I was like, 2019. So they sent me in for a scan, for an ultrasound. First of all, they sent me in for blood work. It confirmed I was pregnant. And then they sent me in for an ultrasound. And lo and behold, hey, what happened? Hey, since I don't carry belly, shakara don't handle. Hey. What? Is it for eba? Is it for beans? Is it for ewa? I don't know. God. I'm dying. Like, honestly, guys, when I saw that little pumpkin in there rolling in my tummy, I'm like, what's going on? But yeah, that was how the miracle baby came. That's how Vanya came. So yes, for those of you guys that were thinking, oh, I haven't seen her post anything about her daughter since, honestly, guys, it's not because I don't want to. Life just like shook me. Just had one support, which was my husband. So it was tough for me. Like, I was just trying to navigate life. And when that miracle baby happened, oh my God, exciting. My husband was so happy. At first, I'm not gonna lie, I had like lots of mixed feelings because I'm like, I'm not even done with this one. My mother-in-law is still here. Now I'm finding out I'm pregnant. How are we gonna do this? You know? But finally, when I went to drop her off, like I went to drop her because she kept on saying she wanted to go back, you know, because it was kind of cold when she came. So I took her back to Nigeria. Thank goodness I was able to see my family. We bonded. I went with Aria. So Aria saw my family, saw grandpa, grandma, aunties, uncles. You know, it was really, really lovely. And yeah, I was pregnant with Vanya when I went back. So my mom also saw me pregnant. So when I got back, you know, just trying to still like find my bearing because now I'm gonna have 2 under 2. My baby's is not even up to 2 years yet. And I'm pregnant. I'm gonna have another baby. So when I got back from Nigeria, I had to resume work. I went back in with another pregnancy. So people were like, what? What happened? Did you even give birth to the last one? Because the last time they saw me, I was heavy. And now they're seeing me in the same state they saw me the last time. So yeah, like it was something fun to talk about work. Like we just laugh about it. Like I worked for like 2 months and couple of weeks. So I had to put my baby in daycare. Imagine the anxiety I had to like go through thinking about leaving my baby for somebody else to, you know, help me take care of at the daycare because I had to go to work. You know, my mom's visa wasn't still coming up at this time. Frustrating. You know, I applied like 2 times. This Canada immigration, that's stuck for another day, Sha. So I stopped working on the 15th of November 2021. and I gave birth. I had my baby November 23rd, 2021. So yeah, that's when Vanya came. And honestly, I was crying like this because I'm like, how am I gonna do it? This is my husband working in Calgary, because back then we were actually in Edmonton, and he had to like drive 3 hours to come, come to Edmonton. I was just praying that it should fall on the day that, he wasn't working. And thank goodness it happened the day that he wasn't working. Then, went to the hospital together. We had baby. And then, he had to take off work. But 2 months down the line, this is me being excited now, guys. My mom, see now, is already prepping her bag to come for Mugo. God, I was so happy. Like, I was jubilating, jubilating. If I tell you guys that I wasn't happy, I'm lying. Like, I was so happy that finally Momsi was gonna come, because there's this link that people were applying with that literally they give you 1 week, 2 weeks. I see it was already happening for people. So I applied for my mom. So it was certain that they were gonna give to her this time around. I was so happy. Then there comes February 14th. So like my baby was already 2 months then when I was expecting my mom, to come. I was like, max, before baby even turned like 4 months, my mom was gonna be with us, And the whole plan was for us to like keep her here with us for like 2 years, for her to like relax, be with her grandkids, for me to enjoy her. My sisters have been enjoying my mom for years. Like, it was my own turn to enjoy my mom. I was super excited because officially my mom was gonna be coming from Mugo, right? So I was like, so, you know that feeling. You will know that feeling if your mom have ever come from Mugo for you. You know that feeling of being around someone that cares so much about you that you could literally like trust everything with, And then my baby was 2 months old, February 14th, 2022. Got a knock on my door, actually. My neighbor came to knock my door. She lives in our basement. So she knocked on the door, and I opened, like, what? 6 a.m. in the morning, why are you here? You don't usually come here, right? She was on the phone. She was like, have you heard from Alex? Have you heard from Alex? And I was like, what happened? Yeah, like, he's fine. Because that day, I remember not being able to sleep well, because my in-law was calling me saying he wanted to talk to my husband. And in my mind, I'm like, maybe it was about immigration, normal, or about just work and stuff, not knowing that this thing had happened. So I spoke to my husband like 4 a.m. in the morning. So I didn't sleep because the kids didn't really sleep early. Sometimes it be like that sometimes, where your kids can't sleep. Does it happen to you guys? It happens to me. Like, they literally like wake up in between and they want to play in the middle of the night. So I spoke to my husband that day. He didn't say anything, we spoke, we laughed, we gisted, like, only for them to come and tell me in the next 2 hours into my sleep, my neighbor, like, she said, have you heard from your husband? And I was like, yeah, I heard from him. Like, we spoke, like, what's up? And she was like, did you hear about your mom? I was like, my mom? Yeah, she's fine, like. And then she broke the news. She's like, your mom fell into a coma. Like, I screamed. I'm like, what are you saying? My mom? It was kind of shocked because this is someone I spoke to not even up to like 12 hours. So what are you saying? So like, yeah. Then the next thing, I'm like, okay, coma. People, okay, that's, she's not dead or anything. coma. People actually wake up from coma. But by that time, I'm not even processing the news. It's like, I was still in shock, screaming. I'm like, what? What happened? Just lots of questions. And then Alex was on the phone with her. She's like, Alex wants to tell you something. And then the next thing, she said, yeah. She said she passed. And then honestly, guys, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. But my neighbor, she came through. Oh, I thought I was not gonna be crying making this video. I promised myself I'm not gonna cry. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I promised myself I wasn't gonna cry. But yeah, lost my mom February 14th, and my word changed. This was me, coming back to thinking, what? Now when my mom comes, I'm gonna get my life back together. I'm gonna, do a lot of things. My YouTube videos would be steady rolling for you guys. But yeah, life happened. It's terrible. It happened at the worst time of my life, like the most happiest and yet like the most delicate time, because I really needed that support. But I guess that's life. Guys, I pushed through. Me sitting here talking to you guys, trust me, I'm coming back from a lot. And I know I'm not the only one going through this, because I have certain people in my life that are actually going through the same thing. Some people have lost their mom or their dad. Some people have actually lost siblings. Some people have actually lost their kids. And if you check the world, a lot of things are just happening that it might not even be happening to you directly. It affects you so much. When I'm online and I see news about someone dying, I feel so bad. Like sometimes I cry most of this time. It's not because I know the person, because I'm human and I can just imagine how it feels like. But when it happened to me, oh. Jesus Christ. When it happened to me, the Bible was the only thing that could comfort me. Jehovah was the only thing that could comfort me. And I was just here. And my husband really, really pulled through for me. He came through. He did. Like, I cannot imagine me going through what I went through without the kind of support that I had from him. Like, imagine grieving with 2 kids. 2 under 2. The worst. I always just want to say thank you guys. Thank you guys that reached out. For the ones that knew I lost my mom that actually reached out, I want to say I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart. The ones that reached out through calls, messages, chats, like, I just want to say thank you so much. The ones that prayed for me, even in me just being your thoughts alone, it goes along to show that you guys are sweet people. And I always want to have your kinds around me. Thank you guys so much. And honestly, I'm much more like in a better place, because ever since my mom died, like I reason different now. Like, you know what? I'm like, what are you scared about? I'm always like an overthinker. I'm always scared. And sometimes being too comfortable where I am, it just led me not to do. It has actually made me not do things that I'm supposed to be doing. I've held myself for such a long time that when I lost my mom, it was like a wake-up call for me to do things that I'm supposed to be doing in my life, because nobody knows tomorrow. You only know right now. You don't even know the next second. So you have to leave it right. When my mom passed was when I knew that a good name is better than wealth. Honestly, nobody's going to remember you for all the things that you've had, but the impact that you have in their lives. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to sit here and keep thinking about all the things I have to I want to narrow down to one thing, to do one thing. And this is me just thinking about the content I want to create for you guys, being confused for the longest time. And now you know what? it's all about lifestyle. Anything that makes me happy, I'm gonna share with you guys. Yes, that's what I'm gonna be doing until, we find the one that we love the most. So grieving actually took the best version of me, and also like reshaping me to be a better version of myself, because things that people had to say about my mom was all sweet things, and then the memories I have had of her, sweet memories, just sweet things, and it just taught me about how life is like literally short, because my mom was just 56 years old and she passed. So life is short. My main goal should be, just do things to make me happy, do things on Jehovah's standard, and also like be kind to people, because you don't know what people are going through. Shout out to everyone out there that's going through anything. It might be that you're grieving for a loved one, someone that you love so much. It might be a parent, mom, dad, brother, sister, uncle, auntie, friend, co-worker. I could go on and on. I really, really do sympathize with you. And I want to tell you something, that you're not alone. Jehovah got you. Like, I drew my comfort mainly from the Bible. It really, really helped me. And I cannot wait to share with you guys things that actually did help me go through this journey. And yeah, like, for the longest time, I don't want to just like post out videos without coming to give you guys a little bit of the life updates. And right now, yes, I started a business. On a brighter note, I started a business, and it's all about Zero Collections. I love fashion, makeup, clothes, name it. So yeah, like it's like a boutique sort of, where you find everything nice, everything sweet, from head to toe. Is it hair, wigs? Is it makeup? I'm also a makeup artist. Is it tops, shirts, dresses, pants, skirts, jewelries, name it. Like we sell all of that. Yeah, like I'm just starting out, testing the waters. Please patronize me. Do follow my Instagram account at Zero Collections. I'm gonna be leaving the handles in the description box. Please do not forget to go follow me on this social media accounts, TikTok accounts, and my Facebook account, and also on here, right? Like, thank you guys so much for staying this long. And until next time, I'll see you. Bye.